This was one of the worst performances in Falcons history. And in this video, I'm going to break it all down for you right now. Number one, I would like to say most people know me as being a glass half full kind of guy, but today was absolutely terrible. And I'm just going to shoot you straight what I saw today. Now I'm going to break down this and basically breaking down by each team, offense, defense, and then special teams. But first, I have to start with what I think was the biggest issue, and he should take the most blame today, Raheem Morris. And the fact of the matter is, normally when teams lose, you usually see one side of the ball playing pretty well, the other not there at all, and that other side of the ball is generally the reason why it's not going. Today, no NFL Atlanta Falcons player played well today, and that was a reflection of them not being prepared to play well. I think what happened this week, they didn't practice that hard. They thought, oh, this team is 0-2. We can just go in there, win the game. Boom, that's it. We're good to go, and we can move on. And that is evident in every phase of the football game today. Offense wasn't that great. Defense wasn't that great. Special teams wasn't that great. Field goal kicker wasn't that great. Punter wasn't that great. Kick return wasn't that great. There was nothing really positive to take from today, which is actually very, very, very discouraging, especially coming off a big win against the Minnesota Vikings. So I think the biggest thing is Raheem Morris has to take most of this blame. And no, he's not out there calling the plays, but this team was obviously not ready to play this game. I think they were just joking around, and not joking around, but they didn't take practice serious. There was no intensity. Half the guys didn't play. This whole injury report, half, did not participate kind of thing. We need to get rid of that. Guys need to practice, especially rookies. Rookies need to practice to get better to play. If he's seriously hurt, sit him down for the week. If he can go, he needs to go. Now, moving on to the defense first. I think the defense played okay. I think this was I would say bottom 25 defense today. Like they were 25th in defense today. I think they could not stop the run at all. And I think they just took this Carolina Panthers offensive line very lightly. And I also think missing A.J. Terrell hurt them a little bit. But the Carolina Panthers didn't beat the Falcons today by throwing the ball. They literally ran all over them and then just capitalized when they needed points. It really wasn't a hard game plan. It was really the Falcons' game plan last week, but they scored touchdowns. So defense, I would give them like a D. They didn't play terrible. They didn't play well, but I'll give them a C-. They couldn't stop the run. And then from there, it just looked terrible. Now, moving on to the special teams. The special teams was terrible today. And this goes to Parker Romo missing field goals. Not saying it would have been closer, but the game, a 7-6 or a 10-6 game looks a whole lot better than a 10-0 game. And so him missing field goals, but this wasn't even him. Bradley Pinion didn't punt the ball well today. And the fact of the matter is they even got a turnover on special teams and still played pretty terrible today, which goes to the reflection of what I was saying. Raheem Morris didn't have this team ready to play because no phase was efficient today. And I was seeing in special teams. I mean, like I said, field goals were missed, punts were missed, kickoff returns. We got the ball on the 20-yard line most of the time. There was no returns, no punt returns. It was really an ugly game from special teams. And it's a reflection of head coaching not having this team to play. And then lastly, I want to move on to this offense. And I've been a glass half full guy, especially regarding Zach Robinson and just this offense. Number one, I think Zach Robinson he may need to be replaced midseason. And I don't know if that's T.J. Yates that needs to do it. The fact of the matter is, sometimes scheme is not perfect, but at the end of the day, scheme can help a player play better. I think this team is relying so much on these players to make plays rather than the scheme to make plays. And thus, when players are not playing great, Michael Penix, Darnell Mooney, Drake London, we see this offense go down because the scheme is not helping the players make plays, if that makes sense. Zach Robinson is not scheming this offense to win games. I think he's currently scheming the offense to get the ball to players so they can make plays to win games. But at the end of the day, this was a not great offense from a scheme perspective. Number one, because they didn't really score any points. But number two, Michael Penix was put in a tough situation, and he didn't have a great game at all. But you look at Bryce Young's situation that he was put in compared to Michael Penix, and Michael Penix had a tougher situation today than Bryce Young, and that goes to not only coaching, but that goes to the scheme that's put together. Falcons didn't really run the ball particularly well. They didn't really pass the ball particularly well. Michael Penix threw 2 picks. Worst performance I've seen him have, but also it wasn't all on him because receivers were dropping the ball. Some of the worst performances I've seen from Darnell Mooney and Drake London and company. Kyle Pitts didn't really get any targets. This team looked terrible, and it's a reflection of head coaching. The team wasn't ready to play. It's a reflection of coordinators. They didn't have their best day. And honestly, this team looked like they were not trying to play them. They were looking ahead to the Washington game, and they got exposed. So, terrible loss because the Falcons get their butt whooped up and down. I don't want to hear any goofy sound bites from this coaching staff. They need to get in the lab and they need to get to working because if this team doesn't improve, this will be a 1-4 team heading into a bye. And then I think they have to play the Bills after or whatever. So this could be a 1-5 team. So not good scenario. We'll see. Big opportunity for them to win against Washington next week. I don't know the status of Jaden Daniels, but as a Falcons fan, I just want to say this as well. I know I'm rambling, but I feel y'all. This is very, 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 very frustrating. And I know I'll get on here and talk about how it's not as bad as it looked. Today was as bad as it looked. And I am not really confident about the direction of this team after this game. But hopefully they'll get it together. Hopefully they'll win next game. And hopefully they're 2-2. And hopefully they'll make the playoffs. But I am currently dejected right now watching this game. And there's nothing else to say. So, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. The Falcons didn't win, but help me out. Let's help me get some subscribers so I can win at least today. And if you want to see more videos, check this one out right here. And like always, peace.